Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me is Mark Sebastian, Chief Operating Officer, Option Pit for the April Options Expiration Review. Mark, it's great to see you. Welcome back to Trade Talks.
Good to be here.
And quite the expiration month, kind of trading back at all-time highs again.
We are trading at all-time highs again. Everything is up. The S&P is up, about 0.25%. The Qs are trailing a little bit. The NDX is only up about 0.1%, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average is actually the leader. So shows you that we do have a little bit of softness in technology today, but as a whole, markets are pretty strong.
So from a volatility perspective, anything noticeable that you've watched throughout the month? Anything that you're looking for going forward? Any kind of patterns that you can call out here?
Yeah, VOLQ is now below 20. It's 19%. That's the first time that we've seen that level since before the pandemic. It is really starting to come off. This points toward the triple Qs slowing down a little bit and maybe a little less day-to-day volatility. It is also pretty bullish, the overall market. Falling volatility with the market rallying is a confirming signal. So, I like the Qs to continue their path higher.
Mark, what's so interesting? While we're seeing volatility levels across all complexes, not just VOLQ, going back to pre-pandemic levels, it's still interesting. I still feel like maybe with certain names that there is some chop and tradable events. It's not it doesn't have that 2018-ish feeling where everything was just going one direction or the other. It seems as if there are pockets to trade.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like it's daily whack-a-mole, right, in some of these names. One day oil's down and tech's up, another day tech is down and oil's up. There is just tremendous volume trading back and forth in a name like Apple. Yesterday, the Apple expiring today, 134.5 call, so Apple's trading 133.90 as I'm speaking, traded about 200,000 times. Today, there's already 122,000 of these that have traded. These are 7-cent options. We're also seeing pretty heavy volume on the 134 puts. So just lots and lots of options trading today in names like Apple and a lot of names like that across the board. But Apple in particular is seeing just massive volume today.
And Mark, to wrap up here, as we look a couple months out, anything you're noticing, whether it's in the futures market that could suggest we're in for a relatively flat ride or perhaps some volatility on the horizon? We still have a big chunk of earnings season, actually the majority of earnings season to get through. Yes,
all of tech reports the last week of April. That is going to be the week to watch. Right now, volatility is pointing toward a continued move higher, a slow slope higher. But again, these tech earnings that come up at the end of the month for the April 30th strike, the April 30th contract, that is going to be the one that really, I think, is the difference maker and where we're going to see whether this huge rally is warranted.
All right, Mark, appreciate the insight as always. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.